gonna have to put Christina up first. Hey everybody. So we are finally, y'all. I've been telling people at work about this stream tonight because I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite plays / movies because we'll probably gonna be focusing more on the movie because all of us fell asleep during the play. But I mean, I didn't because I love it so much. But and also Audrey Hepburn, yo. Why would we not talk about the movie? Anyway, it is one of my favorite plays of all time. And as you can tell by the name of the title, we are doing the Children's Hour. But first, we're gonna go around and I guess you guys can always see our pronouns. But we're also gonna go around and tell everybody what we identify as and how a quick introduction to how we got introduced into the Pride LGBTQ plus community. So who wants to go first? Because I feel like I will louder.
I'll go.
Go for it.
I'm straight. I know.
You said that so monotone. I am straight. Like you almost like you're. Okay. Anyway, continue.
I am straight. Okay, so I am straight. I have friends and family that are LGBTQ, and people that I know from family have helped people in ICE, which is it's a long story, but I'm not going to say it. But we bring people with us to live home for 6 months or a year. And I grew up in high school with LGBTQ people, and I think they're amazing people because they actually are better friends than my friends because they make the day and they make you so happy and they're just funny and they'll just come out with many things and you just laugh about it. And they're just amazing people,
especially like gay men. I love because they're so much fun.
Yes, especially that's what I meant.
I love a gay guy. Seriously.
Yeah. One of my friends at school. I have a lot of friends at school who are gay, bisexual, and all that, and they are so much fun. Anyway, Michelle, do you want to go next?
Yes. I am straight. I grew up with having friends that were mostly lesbian, and then I moved, and I started meeting more gay men, and over time just coming to understand them and see what amazing people they are. And honestly, most of my lesbian, gay, bi friends accept me more than my straight friends, and they shouldn't be getting hate that they get. They should everyone should love for love.
No, man. Like, I hate the people who, and I'm just going to go, before I say my little sign, I'm looking at the little thing that Christina just sent me. I love her little, like, the sparkles and her whole thing. I'll post it on my Instagram. Y'all can go check it out later. But I love it. I hate when people say, oh, why don't straight people get a month? Y'all, okay, not to hate on any straight people out there, but y'all have 11 months of the year. Okay, give us just 1 month, because if you actually look up the history of Pride, which I did, and there's a documentary on, I think it was Hulu or HBO Max, and it's like a history of how Pride became a thing. Oh my gosh, y'all need to be nicer to us. I mean, okay, but when I say us, as you all can tell, if you guys have not figured it out yet, I identify as a lesbian. It's actually taken me a long time to get used to saying that. I used to just say I'm gay. But no, I finally, and I don't even know. I honestly don't remember how I got introduced to this community. I think, oh no, I do. It was Pretty Little Liars. Emily Fields is what introduced me to being gay and all that. And I guess my friends, what's funny is my friends in high school knew before I did. Like, I'm not going to name them in case they don't want me to name them. But like, when I finally told them, they were like, finally. And I was like, wait, what? One of them's like, I figured you weren't straight at least because when I
met you, I thought you were quiet, and I knew you were like a tomboy because you never wore dresses. And when I heard you talk, I'm like, I didn't think gay or anything, but I was like, she's more like a tomboy. And then when you told me, I'm like, all right, now I can see.
Yeah. So when you're
the sweetest person in the whole wide world, and I still love you.
Thank you. But like when you all get to know me,
I instantly got that vibe. To be honest,
no, I think Mike. I had to tell Mike. Mike was like, really? people at work, I tell them, and they're like, "You don't give off that vibe." I was like, "I don't try to hide it."
Because you could tell, like a Tom, like you know how you wore leggings, like workout clothes, and
Oh,
we
yeah,
all dressed up. You were like,
yeah.
nope. You were like,
yeah, like
nope.
if y'all would just see me at like on a normal day, you guys could tell by the way. And also how many flannels. Oh my god, how many flannels?
And you were always there for me. You were always there because you know how gay people are. Some.
Well, yeah.
No,
well,
like you were always there for me if I needed you, like with work.
Because we're amazing. But no, they were not surprised. I told my brother, he was like, "Oh, okay, big deal." My parents is a whole nother story. My grandparents, I have yet to have the full conversation with them. But yeah, I mean, if with everything I post on my Instagram and my Facebook, if people in my family don't know or they haven't figured it out, then they are not as smart as I thought they were. Because if y'all go back in like some of our older episodes, you can tell just by the way I talk about stuff. You guys are gonna see tonight because I am about to go completely gay over Audrey Hepburn because she is such a beautiful woman. And she, oh my god, don't even get me started. I was like, I would die for her to just slap me right across the face. because
I did get that vibe from you.
Oh my god, I love Audrey Hepburn. I have a whole list. I have like a top 10 list of celebrity crushes that I have. And then I also have one that's more realistic. And I still have the same YouTube crush that I had back in high school, which was Natasha Negovenlis from Carmilla. If you guys don't know what Carmilla is, go check it out. I'm not getting sponsored by them whatsoever, but it's definitely a great thing, especially for Pride. Like I binged all of Carmilla and the Carmilla movie this month because it's perfect, because it's about a lesbian vampire and it's amazing. But yeah, anyway, okay, we're done talking about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do this disclaimer real quick. And I've never done a disclaimer before, like an official one. So I apologize if I mess this up. So I'm gonna.
Did you cut your hair shorter?
Yeah, yes.
A lot more. Oh
no. I'm about to go. It's because I have my headphones on.
Okay, because I thought you did I thought you did the pixie cut.
Also, you guys can also tell by the way I style my hair as well.
I like the dark on you.
Yeah, I'm.
But also, you're blonde. When you were blonde, it made your hair look thicker, fuller.
Yeah. But I'm probably gonna get my hair cut super short, like it was at Disney, like my pixie cut back and my bangs in the front, and then just have them streak it back to blonde because I'm starting.
Did you get your? By the way, did you get your hair cut at the Magic Kingdom when you were there? Did you let them do your hair?
Of course I did. Of course I did.
You did. I never knew there was a hair.
We didn't know that. It's like a
until
thing.
my second year. Until my second year.
It's like a thing. You have to do it. If you haven't done it, go do it because they do a very good job. It's a little pricey, but they do a very good job. Anyway, so disclaimer.
Yeah, Michelle's got beautiful hair.
Man, y'all can just shove off with your thick hair, okay?
I know, like hair. She's got the thick.
My aunt has extremely.
I call it my mermaid hair because I want it really long.
I would love to have your thick hair.
I would love to have thick hair and long hair, like alphabet long hair, because I just want to be able to braid my hair, but it was taking way too long.
Look how long my hair got when you saw me. Look how long my hair got.
Yeah, but okay. Anyway, so disclaimer: this stream tonight contains sensitive topics such as this is gonna be very hard for me to list. We'll be discussing topics such as suicide, homophobic comments. What else? Yeah, that's really it. Suicide, homophobic comments, graphic description, and maybe foul language. I'd probably say because I'm probably gonna get very heated. So if you are uncomfortable with this kind of conversations about homosexuality, suicidal impulses, or any of that kind of stuff, I highly recommend you stop watching this stream. This is your disclaimer, and thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show. Okay. For my first disclaimer, I'd say that's pretty good. No, it wasn't. Okay. But yeah, so for those who do not know, The Children's Hour was a play written by, I already forgot the playwright. It's Lillian. Hold on. It's Lillian Holman.
No. Hellman.
I was close.
You said Hill.
I got the men right, and I got the first name right, so leave me alone. So yeah, it was a play written by Lillian. I'm just gonna call her Lillian. By Lillian. Hang on. I had all of this written down. I'm so mad that I forgot to write the stuff about the actual play down. Written in, it was a play from 1934. So first off, to kick it off, like back in that time, you guys have to understand that any context that had to do with like homosexuality or stuff like that was, especially that time period, was gravely looked upon. Like I would be in jail, or if I would live in 1934, I'd be in jail, or I'd be institutionalized into a facility for being a lesbian. Like it was really looked upon. It was unnatural. They didn't like it at all. And so the Children Hour basic plot is that it tells the story of these two women running a all-girls boarding school, and they've known each other since college. And hang on, I have it right here. A boarding school who find this is basically what they say. They like their lives get turned upside down when a student tells a very awful lie to her grandmother. And so, also spoilers. If you guys have not seen the movie or seen the production, I highly recommend you watch the movie. It's so much better.
It's on Daily Motion.
Daily Motion.
Right.
There you go. Or you can do what I do and just buy it on Amazon.
I'll just type it in. I'll send the link.
Yeah, and I'll add it to the description if I can remember. If not, then they can go look it up themselves. So, I feel like we're gonna just basically talk about the movie, not really the play.
So how long after it was a play did it get turned into a movie?
The movie itself came out in, I think,
1961.
There you go, 1961.
December 19th, 1961.
Yeah, so about 30 years-ish later, it got made into a movie. And Audrey Hepburn plays Karen Wright. And, oh my gosh, Shirley MacLaine plays Martha Dobie, and it is known as the Dobie, no, is it the Wright Dobie Academy or the Dobie Wright Academy? I think it's the Dobie Wright Academy. Is it the Dobie Wright Academy? Or
and won a lot of nominations.
Yeah, and on the budget, their budget was like $3.6 million. It did not do as well in the box office. It made only $3 million, so they lost a little bit of money. But now especially, I watch it like, I don't know how many times a month because it's just such a good movie, and it keeps you in it. Like you're just like you want to know what, they're all clues, like you can easily tell what's going on. But to kick it off, not Martha. Oh my God, I'm gonna get them mixed up. I'm gonna just stop me getting them mixed up. Karen is engaged to a guy named Joe. Martha does not like Joe, and that's basically the little triangle right there, the little love triangle. Oh my God. Raya just popped into my head. I don't know why, but we will get to that after we're done talking about the Children's Hour, because I do want to touch on that real quick because it's been on my mind so much. And I will fight it to the day I die that Raya is going to be gay. If she's not, I'm going to be really mad. Anyways, we're not here to talk about Raya. We're here to talk about Audrey Hepburn and Shirley MacLaine. I think her name is. I don't know. But Christina really, really does not like Mary.
And she
really
was
I don't know what
but she played really well. But
the actress,
she was really the girl.
Oh yeah, because she don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck. She doesn't care because she wants whatever she wants. Sorry, right? I want to know this kid's backstory, like how her parents raised her to think that that's okay. Like, and she's an impulsive liar too.
Yeah, and then she told the girl to lie.
Have y'all ever seen the movie The Bad Seed?
No.
I heard of it. Did we have to watch it in high school?
Basically, Mary and the girl from Bad Seed would get along pretty well unless they both wanted something.
No.
Then most of the girl from Bad Seed would try to kill her.
Mary reminded me of Allison DeLaurentis in like the early seasons of Pretty Little Liars, and how Allison was manipulative of the liars. It's kind of like that, but Mary was a lot worse because Allison never actually caused physical harm to her friends. But she's manipulative of the other girls, and this kid's like what, maybe 12, like 11 or 12. And the fact that she's already like this kind of worries me about her later in life, because she's going to grow up to be either a psychopath or have no friends and end up in jail. But she and what I love is that the teachers know, like Karen and Martha, they know that Mary did something not right with Mary. Like with the flowers when she's late to class and she brings flowers out from the garbage and she's like, "Oh, I picked these for you down by the lake." She does not sound like that. I don't know why I did it in that voice. But Karen's like, "Do you want to tell me again where you got those flowers?" And she stuck to her story. I mean, and also then she got disciplined, which I can see why some people would think Karen was being harsh, but I mean, she gave her a chance to understand why she's like the way she is. Like, she flat out asked, "Why do you do this kind of stuff? Why do you lie?" But she doesn't really specific, but she says, "Why do you do this? Help me understand." And yo, I wish Audrey Hepburn would talk to me like that, because I would just spill everything. Because you cannot tell me, like, with her looking at you with those eyes, you cannot tell me that you would not spill whatever she was asking you about. Like, I would just
I confess, I did this, I did that, I did it. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Nah, man, I'd be like, can you? No, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna be like, no, man, I wouldn't be able to lie to her. I wouldn't be able to lie to Audrey or Karen at least, because it's the same person. But you can easily tell, like, some students favored Karen over Martha. Like, everyone has their favorite teachers, but like,
yeah.
Oh my god, I can't stand Mary. But also to also come up with a lie like this is pretty impressive for an 11-year-old. I'm just gonna say she's 11. It's pretty impressive for an 11-year-old. I mean, let's be real. And I'm looking at my list real quick. Yeah, she's an impulsive liar. Karen knows that she's a troublemaker and a liar. And even after she punishes Mary, she has the audacity to go, "Oh my gosh, my stomach goes, I haven't fed a plan like this," and then she passes out. And then Karen's just like, "You done? Are you done yet?" And everyone comes running.
And then the aunt walks in and just being like, "Oh, and you finally hit her."
Yeah. She's like, "No, of course not, because let's be real, she wouldn't do that. She's smarter than that. She went to college." But she just like comes over here, and Martha and Aunt Lily walk in. Is it Lily? I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
And then she's like, she's just fine. She just fainted. Not a big deal. And I'm like, I mean, it would have been a big deal if she had completely collapsed, but she like kind of like fell into the fall. If she had completely collapsed, I would have been like, "Oh my gosh, she might have some head trauma. Like, she had hit her head on that hardwood floor," but she didn't. Yeah. And so here's
an old lady too.
Yeah, that's Aunt whatever her name is, Aunt Lily or whatever. I think it's Aunt Lee. I don't know. It's Auntie. It's
Mary Mortar.
Mortar, yeah, I have Mortar, but I didn't get her first name. What's her first name? Is it Lily Mortar? Lily Mortar, yeah. And so this kid, I swear, this kid is the most dramatic child I've ever seen in a movie. She acts like she's
very dramatic.
She acts like she has a freaking heart attack when she gets disciplined. And
you should do a scene. Can you do a scene from one of the scenes? Of her, one of the girls?
Literally, the only scene I can do is Martha's confession, because I've done that as a monologue, and it was very traumatic. Hey, Zoe.
Can you show it? Can you show it?
What? Oh, can I show it? Like her fainting? Oh, really? Okay.
No, just do the part when she confessed and everything. Like girls, like when she said she made me do. Can you do it on the video?
Wait, you mean when
like when we know the two girls.
Yeah, but we don't see them confess. We just have Tilford come over and be like, "Oh, Mary and Rosalie coughed up the whole truth and told me everything that happened."
I meant like the little girl told her that she made me do it. She made me do it. Can you show that?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, so we'll get to that part later.
Never mind.
Yeah, because we need to go in order. But anyway, and then they call Joe, who is a doctor, may I add. I don't know why. This is fun to do with a highlighter. I don't know why. And he comes and checks her out, and she's like, she's fine. And then this kid has a full-on Huh?
He is her cousin.
I thought he was her uncle.
No, cousin.
Oh, well, man,
because
that's one big...
At one point, towards the end, she is trying to answer his questions, and he's like, "Oh, you won't get in trouble," and this and that. And she was like, "Okay, I understand, cousin Joe."
Okay. But then this guy has the audacity, and she has a full-blown meltdown, kicking and screaming into the chair. It's like, weh! This guy has the audacity to flat out spank her because she's acting like a spoiled little brat. And I'm like, you go. And I feel like that just added more fuel to her hatred toward Karen and Martha. And I'm like, if you hate this school so much, then drop out. Go to a different school. You don't have to destroy their lives. And also, here's my thing, okay? We're going to get to that point in a minute. But you can tell, when you first meet Joe, you can tell Martha does not like him, like, immediately. Mm-hmm. And, like, there are moments you're like, ooh, you got some bitterness. And if you don't know the context of the movie or the play, it isn't until, what's the chick's name? What is not Tilford, Lily. Forget her name.
Mrs. Amelia Tilford.
No, not Amelia Tilford. Lily. When she's talking to Martha after when Karen and Joe are talking after Mary and her friends leave. Lily flat out says, "Oh, you've always been like weird around her. You've always been like." She flat out exposes her as like, "Hey, I know there's something not right with you, and I know how you act with Joe, and she knows that Martha she's very what's what I'm looking for. She acts very different and protective around Karen than she does any other woman, and she's been like that ever since she was little, and that just that made Martha mad, which by all means,
honestly, even when she accuses her niece of this, she's so kind of shrug offish about it. Like she doesn't fully go on and say it, but she does.
Yeah, and also I feel like at that time, if you're accused of being a lesbian or being gay, you find it as an insult, so you go ballistic. However, Martha was very calm, and she's like, "I want you to leave now. I want you to pack up and leave." And also, I would have been like, when the kids who were eavesdropping, I would have come up with an excuse to kind of hide it, because you need to come up with the reason of why they heard you telling her to leave, and kind of figure out a cover story of why she said how you were when you were little was unnatural, because that's going to point up some red flags. And then these two kids go and tell Mary everything that they heard. I'm like, how is that helping the situation, man? Like, really? It's just, mind your own business. But
I mean, this is pouring fuel to the fire.
Yeah, and also I think you mentioned in the green room that like Mary was vicious. Like she hurt, I think it was Rosalie. She was like, I want $2. I don't have $2. You have $2.75. Now give it. And she's like, no, she hurts Rosalie. Like she bends her arm behind her back to get the money.
Yeah, that part.
And then and she squeezed, like she does like the Indian burn thing that
like
you do.
Bloody murder, basically.
Yeah, and she makes her drop the bracelet, and then she blackmails her with the bracelet, saying, because she had this girl named Helen's bracelet. And she flat out blackmails, and the fact that she knows about blackmail, this kid, I swear.
Yeah, I know you took the girl's bracelet. I don't care if we're gonna return it or you say you were gonna return it.
Okay, here's my thing. If that's the case, I would have been like, fine, go ahead. What's the worst that can happen? I'm gonna get detention. It's not like I'm gonna go to jail. Whereas this kid belongs.
But that's the way she made it sound, and
Yeah, I'm doing good, Rosie. But yeah, no, and the fact that this kid was willing to blackmail her, this poor girl. I mean, I can see why she did it at first, but when you get pulled into a room surrounded by not only the two teachers, but a grandmother and another guy, and you have 4 adults staring you down, being like, "What's the deal?" You tell the truth. Like you come forward and you be like, "Okay, well, Mary." Because if you don't,
if I did that as a kid, hurting that person, I'd have been like slapped across the face or spanked.
Nah, see, I would have gotten away with it because I'm too innocent. I was a very innocent looking girl when I was little. Like I looked like I could do no harm, and I used that. Believe me, I wasn't as bad as Mary, but I did use it to my advantage.
The only one who was allowed to spank me was my grandma. That was the only one in the family who was allowed to spank me.
Yes,
not your parents.
I know your real name. Yeah, no, I didn't get spanked or belted, I guess is what you could call it if your dad used a belt. because I knew when to
no.
shut my mouth. When me and my brother were getting yelled at, I knew when to shut my mouth. Like I knew when to stop talking and when to just say yes sir, no ma'am, or yes, no ma'am, or yes sir. Like I didn't talk back because I knew that was going to end really, really badly for me. I mean,
now,
of course,
because I grew up with my grandparents and everything. I did get to see my mom. I did get to see my dad and everything. So because I grew up with my grandma, they knew she was the law. She was the one in charge of me. So I never got, the most I ever got with my dad was, like a form of timeout or something. Now he did, based on what my dad told me, I mean, what my brother told me, he did get the belt a few times from my dad, but I was never around when that happened. But yeah, because I know if dad had given me the belt, my grandma would have said something to him about it.
I would go running to my mom because I knew my mom would protect me. But then, and I also want to know where Mary's parents are, and did they get into an accident? Because she goes to her grandmother with that $2. She takes a car ride over to her grandmother. Her grandmother brings her back, and she's like, "Oh, I don't want to go here." And then this is when that lie comes up, because the night before, Karen and Joe finally set a date for their wedding. And Martha is not happy about it because she doesn't want Karen getting married, and we all know why. But she explodes, and she drops the iron, having Mary wake up to come and watch them argue. And I can see by the angle she was watching them at, and also that's kind of creepy. Like if you drop something heavy, I'm gonna go around to the school and make sure I didn't wake anybody up. That'd be my first priority, and then I'd go back and deal with whatever I got into a fight with Martha over. I would have made sure everybody was asleep because I knew some drama was about to go down, but they didn't. So Mary's standing there in the hall looking at from an angle, and I can kind of see why she thinks that they were in a relationship because of the way they talk to each other and the way they treat each other. And also going up to Martha and kissing her on the cheek did not help whatsoever.
But I still don't fully understand why she would get to that conclusion. Because, like I said, I mean, like you said, that it was considered unnatural at that point in time.
See, that's the thing. Like, if you're trying to hide it,
considered unnatural, I wouldn't come to that conclusion.
See, I would have, because because if you're trying to hide it, I assume you would save all the emotions of affection and all that you do to your lover until all the kids were asleep. So you wouldn't obviously hugging them is fine, but actually giving them kisses and showing them love and affection would during the day would be no. So I guess the way
you said it.
Shut up. So I guess the way she saw it was that they're trying to be sneaky about it, but in the angle that she saw it at, and I assume it made it look like that Karen went in to kiss Martha, not just on the cheek, but give her an actual kiss, which I would have loved, but whatever. Some dreams are meant to be just that, dreams. To have an Audrey Hepburn lesbian movie. Oh my god. I would die happy if I got to see Audrey Hepburn play a lesbian. Because there are some actresses you just want to see play lesbians, and then you just think it's amazing. Like Kate Blanchett. Anyway, oh god, I'm gonna let's okay. We're gonna have a little meter. Let's see how red my face gets from tonight's stream. But the way, also she wanted to come up with the most vile lie she could come up with, because she wanted to do the most damage. And I guess this was the first thing that popped into her head because of how they were. Also the fact that Karen and Joe hadn't set a date before that night. They kept waiting. The kids didn't know why. The kids knew that Joe and Karen were in love, but they don't know why they didn't have wedding day. And the kids probably know how much Martha does not like Joe, but by the way she acts. So I guess with all that, and also when she goes to tell her grandmother this, she's like, "I can't tell you. I had to whisper it to you. Why can't you tell me?" "Oh, I can't." And then she whispered it to her. The first thing I would have said is, "Where's the evidence? I need evidence. Your word isn't enough. A word of 11-year-old to two grown women isn't much." And so it's absurd that she took the word of an 11-year-old. And I'm just like, also I can understand from Miss Tilford's point of view, because she's like, "Oh, where could she have come up with this kind of lie?" This is why lies, okay, little white lies are fine, but big lies like this, you are messing with someone's life and you know it. Why?
And based on her facial expression, you have to think, what is
Christina,
this
what are you
girl
doing?
telling her? 'Cause like I said, she's whispering it into her grandma's ear. We can't hear what she's saying.
Oh no, because that was actually because back then having any form of that kind of talk on screen can get the movie banned.
Okay.
That's how frowned upon it was back then. They didn't want you mentioning it. They didn't want you doing it. Like a kiss on the cheek was a risky move. Like that's how bad. That's how much it was looked down upon. So that's why you didn't hear them say it. And the only time you hear them say it is when Karen tells Joe that me and Martha are lovers. That's like the only way they could say it. They can't say lesbian. They couldn't say
Because the man liked her, though, right?
Yeah, they were engaged. They were going to get married
They
at the
were
end of the
engaged.
summer. Yeah, they were set to get married at the end of the summer after the school had let out, which was
And
like
she was
a couple.
scared to tell him.
Yeah, well, no, because she had nothing to hide. Because she told him, no, me and Martha never touched each other like that. Because obviously
Except for when the girls said they saw them in the room together, right? Like when she told the grandmother.
Yeah, Mary's like, oh, I saw her through the keyhole, and they were kissing and holding each other weirdly, and they're in bed together. I was like, oh, you're not gonna
Why
put
were
up
you
with this
there in
kid?
the first place?
Well, you couldn't see me through the keyhole because there is no keyhole on my door.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's I want to get to that, but like the fact that this grandmother's like, why did you stay there and watch, you little perv? Because I mean, at that age, if I saw that, I would have been confused, but then I would have left. But then and honestly, just because of my curiosity, because I was a very curious kid when I was that age, I would have probably told whichever teacher I liked most, which would probably be Karen. You can see what team I'm on. I would have asked her like, oh, I woke up last night. I would have made it seem like it was an accident in a way. I go like, oh, I woke up to a loud noise last night, and I came to talk to you, but I saw you and Miss Dobie and then yeah. So I would have done something like that. I would have gone to my grandmother and say, oh my God, these people are lesbians. Because that's probably what she said. Because based on the grandmother's expression, she's like,
yeah.
Stop the car immediately. Yo, I just need to be in an
soap operas. You could do soap operas.
Oh my gosh, please give me doing soap opera. Oh my God, no, if they ever make a lesbian soap opera, I promise you I will audition for it. Oh my God, I'm tearing up. No, but the grandmother, she was just so hysterical throughout this whole thing. And also the point that nobody was telling them, and also the parents were like trying to take their daughters out of the school because Miss Topher is going around telling these people that their daughters are going to a school that have lesbians in them, and no one's telling these women what's going on. And wouldn't that be like a red flag? Like, we don't know what's going on. Can somebody please tell us? Like, if they didn't know what was going on, if they knew what was going on, they'd been like, okay. I feel like they would have been more like trying to explain themselves rather than just being like, what's going on? What's going on? Something in heaven or earth. I don't know what Martha said, but she says something.
Kim Possible.
It's Kyle.
Not that old. Yeah, Kyle, get on here.
He doesn't know anything about Audrey Hepburn. We need to watch the movie Cruising because it's. Kyle, are you watching? He said we need to watch the movie Cruising because it's very gay.
There's two people watching, me and.
Why are you watching?
Because I'm watching because I can write the comments.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. If you see Christina D, that's me. Hello.
Oh my God. Yo, no. We need to do Mulholland Drive. Kyle, if you're watching this, please do Mulholland Drive with me because we need to just do a whole movie reaction to that because I love, like, they put it on HBO Max and it's a lesbian movie, but it's very subtle. It's not like the whole story is not focused on them, which I love. And also it's a David Lynch movie, so David Lynch is amazing. And so if you are over the age of, I'd say 16, be sure to check out Mulholland Drive. It's a good movie. Absolutely, I will. Oh my gosh, Kyle's watching. Everybody say hi to Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Anyway, and so this grandmother is like, this guy, and apparently this guy, I don't remember this guy's name. That's how unimportant he is. He finally tells Karen, hey, listen, we know about your little sexy relationship with Martha, and then the worst possible thing you could do is go and confront this woman, because that's just gonna make a big mess of it. And they do. They go right to Mary's grandmother's house and be like, yo, and the doctor Joe, he's like, he doesn't know what's going on. And they finally tell him, and he's like, are you out of your mind? Are you sick? And then I'm like, I'm watching this, and as a lesbian, I'm like, oh, we're not a plague. We're not gonna kill you guys if you're a lesbian. You're not gonna die. It's not a disease or something. It's like the fact that they looked at it like it was so wrong back then. It kind of breaks my heart, y'all. I would not have survived in the 1900s. I would have either been shot, or died. I would have been shot or hung or imprisoned or institutionalized. But and then it goes into this whole thing about trying to get Mary to confess. And then I think, Christina, what the hell are you doing?
My manager's texting me.
Oh, tell her to wait. Then I think Christina mentioned. I think when Christina mentioned Martha when they were talking to Mary, Martha said, "Ask her how she saw us again," and she's like, "I saw you through the keyhole." And the amount of anger in Martha's voice. Oh my gosh. She was like, "There's no keyhole in my door." And she like screams it.
Really bloody murder.
And at that point, like she's like, "Oh no, it was in Miss Wright's room." And she's like, "Well, no, my room's all the way on the other side of the house. You can't hear anything from my room."
Yeah, like how the hell would you?
And that's when like the lie starts falling apart. And then the grandmother's like trying to be like, "Oh, tell me the truth right now." Bruh, the second that I hear there's no keyhole in my door, I would have been like, "Listen, kid, you gotta tell me right now what happened, because if you lie to me one more time, I'm going to spank you till your butt's red." Which is probably, I mean, back then it's probably okay because it's your child or your custody child, because I'm assuming she has custody of the kid. But no.
And that's when she had the audacity to be like, "Okay, it wasn't me. It was Rosalie.
Yeah. And then that's just, and then Rosalie, even Martha, like she hugs the kid. She hugs Rosalie, and she's like, "It's okay. You can make this right." And she's all so sweet with her. And then Rosie's just like, "I did it," and I'm like, "Sweetheart, what is wrong with you?"
At that point, I would have just, taken the punishment. I would be like, "Okay, yes, I did not say this, and yes, I took the bracelet. She's been framing me for this."
Yeah, no, that I would have come out with right there. I was like, "Oh, Mary made me say it because she's was going to tell you guys that I stole blah 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 bracelet. I was planning on giving it back, and then because when you take that away, Mary has nothing on you. Like all she has is she can beat you up. That's all. Like it's not that hard of a situation to fix. I mean, granted they are kids, but it's just."
They're just kids.
Also, they were scared. Like they didn't know what was going to happen because they know what had happened. Like Karen and Martha have nothing now. They have no life. No one wants anything to do with them because of this lie that Mary told.
And then the school and everything.
The
kids aren't going back to the school.
Yeah, the school is very much still around, but no one is going to
go with that two
ladies
that are lesbians.
Bruh, we both know I would go in a heartbeat.
When do you think? Question. It's out of the blue, but when do you think gay people came out? Like, when do you think the word gay came out? Like, what?
It was actually, I think it's. Oh my gosh, there was a drunk history episode about this. About the very first.
Alexa. Ask Alexa.
When did the first idea of being gay come about?
I don't know that one.
Alexa, when did being gay become a thing?
I'm not sure.
Wow, Alexa's useless. All right, we're gonna Google it. When did the fact that I have to Google this being gay?
I can't believe she doesn't know, and she's supposed to know everything.
She doesn't know everything.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, the history of homosexuality. Oh god. Oh my god, it goes all the way back to BCE. Nah, man, screw that.
No, I don't think that's true.
No, I mean it's probably the first records of all of that. But also, I posted a TikTok that I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for. It's like, oh, name something that you can't say out loud without getting yelled at. I flat out said, and again,
how do your family feel? Like your cousins and all?
Your
aunt's very 100% though.
Oh yeah, no,
that
is probably my favorite story to tell because I had mentioned
if you want to.
Oh yeah, no, I don't care because it's funny. When we went to go see Frozen for my birthday. We had front row seats and they were like spitting. Like you could see the spit. That's how close we were. And it was amazing. And so at the end of Act 2, after she sings Let It Go, Act 1, after she sings Let It Go, during intermission, my aunt looks at me with the most serious face and she's like, who's the actress who's playing Elsa? And I said, oh, Casey Levy. And she's like, she's got some big boobs. And I'm just thinking, yeah, she does. And then when we got back into the car and we were on our way back to her house because my uncle Corey came to pick me up. And he had mentioned the show. And I think he had asked me like why I loved Elsa so much and why she's one of my favorite characters is because she like even though it's not technically like she's not hiding homosexuality, but let's be real, she's full on gay. I will fight that to the day I die. That Elsa is a lesbian and so is Raya. We're gonna get back into that.
Well, that's what they thought too and are saying.
No,
right?
man, no. There's no thought. There's no Disney?
Can Disney do that? Can they make?
Yes, because they haven't given her a love. Yeah, they haven't given her a love interest yet. Like same thing with Raya. She doesn't have a love interest yet. So it's gonna be Raya and Namari and Elsa and Honeyman. But anyway, and I told them, Honeyman from the second movie.
Okay.
And I had told him that I love Elsa because I don't have magical powers, but I know what it's like to live a way that like when you're hiding a part of yourself, and that's how that whole conversation. He's like,
yeah,
that's
I was
like,
definitely true.
And I think this is the first time I was able to say that. I flat out said, "Oh, I'm a lesbian." And he looks in the rearview mirror, and I'm never gonna be able to get this. He's like, "Oh, well, you know what? I don't love you any less." So I was like, "Thank you, Corey." And then I looked at my aunt, and she was like, "I'm proud of you." I thought it was something like that. But my parents, on the other hand, my dad doesn't care, which I love.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Your dad doesn't care.
Yeah, no, it's my mom who's the problem, and my grandpa.
She's still not. She thinks she's not watching this right now. She's not watching this right now.
I don't care if she comes up right now. But she doesn't think like because I haven't had a lot of dating experience. I don't know what I want. Man, I've kissed both. I made out with more men and women. I've kissed more people than I've dated. Granted, but and I know
with Kyle. You're blushing.
Well, haven't they said?
Why would you say?
Haven't you and Kyle said?
Why would you say that?
If both of y'all aren't married, you marry each other. Haven't you said that?
Oh my God! Why would you say that, Christina? No. Okay. In a way, like okay, it'd be like one of those situations where we tell people we're married when we're not because we get along so well, and I hope the guy Kyle's not watching this, but maybe yes, I have.
Sorry, Kyle.
I have kissed Kyle, and he's a very good kisser. But he no offense to him, and he knows this. I prefer kissing women because A, they smell better, and B, their lips are softer. Unless you have kissed a woman, you don't get to judge me, okay? But yeah, I very much. Okay, I thought I heard a text. I very much prefer kissing women, and so my mom thinks that it's a phase or whatever. She thinks that I'm gonna go back to being no, man. If you look at the number of like women that I love and I am obsessed with, Demi Lovato, Casey Levy, Idina Menzel, I'm blanking right now. Katie McGrath,
I'm sorry.
Kate Blanchett.
I don't believe you can choose what you're attracted to. It's either you're attracted to a certain type or not.
Yeah, that's how so those are like, especially like Natasha Negavenlis I mentioned earlier. Like those are all women that I would love to like meet and like maybe even get a hug from. Evergreen, for God's sakes, if you're ever watching this, please come and let me take you to dinner. It's never gonna happen, but oh my God, I love her voice and I love her eyes.
Cher came to dinner with you.
I mean, it'd be awesome, but I mean, I don't think I wouldn't say I'm like sexually attracted to Cher.
No, not sexually, as a friend.
Yeah.
As a friend.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would love to have Cher as a friend. But yeah,
she made a TikTok.
As much as I hate to say it, Cara Lindsay is on that list. She's a very beautiful young woman, and even though she's married, you never know. But
do you
Charlize
think
Theron.
Drake? Do you think oh crap, what's his name? Tom Felton is gay?
I can see him being bisexual. I can see him. I can see him.
Okay.
I can see him being bisexual.
Like he's both too.
I can see him being bisexual. I can see him being bisexual, but not full on gay. Anyway, back to the children's hour. Where were we at? The house. So Cher is a no for me. Kyle says share is a no for me. You know what, Kyle? We all know
he is watching.
No, Kyle knows. I know exactly who Kyle would love to marry, and that's either me and him agreed that because we both want to marry Evergreen, that if he could have I can't remember who we agreed on, but we said we'd let her pick if it ever came down to it, to let her choose who she would want to marry, me or him. Kyle wants to marry Audrey Hepburn, which can't happen now because she dead. Rest in peace, Audrey Hepburn. We miss you. No.
Said it.
No, he loves Audrey Hepburn. That's his. Oh my gosh, I can't even. There's not even a word. Like my love for. I'm trying to think of a good comparison. My love for Evergreen is like his love for Audrey Hepburn. Oh, he just sent me the crying emoji with the teardrop. Anyway, so they end up taking this to court, which goes into the whole little history thing. That this was one of the I have it here somewhere. This is one in 1934. Like this was one of the first cases to ever deal with this kind of like homosexual like representation. And obviously they lose because the whole thing goes downhill for them. And because the one person that they had as a witness, which was that Martha's aunt, Lily, who was mysteriously disappeared to go on Broadway, I think she said, she wasn't able to come and testify because, and like she would testify that, oh no, they're not gay. I've known them since I know Martha since she was a little girl. And because she wouldn't come and testify, the jury came back as them being, guilty of being gay, I guess, or something. And so they confirmed the lies, which is kind of a crappy thing to do because these two women took you in, gave you a job at the school, and you can't take like a week off from your Broadway debut or Broadway career to come and testify while they're in legal trouble. Like, how selfish can you be? And it just makes me mad. And so, question, keyhole in the Hot Wheel calls off the. Okay, here's another thing. Joe calling off the engagement. I don't know why it's so high. Christina, what are you doing? I hate when you look down. It looks like she's not interested.
Christina, always on her phone.
Yeah, you know what? Now on, anytime you look down, I'm gonna take you off the screen. Because I feel like it's a little rude. I mean, granted, I'm looking down, but I'm also still talking. But yeah. Joe calls off his engagement because he's ashamed for 1 second that he believed that it could be true. Which is why she's like, just ask me. And because Karen knows what he wants to ask. He's like, is it true? And she says flat out, no, me and Martha have never touched each other in that way.
Like, I don't see how people could, I can understand how they would think that, Martha would have an attraction to Karen, but I don't understand how people would think that Karen would have an attraction to Martha.
I think it mainly came because of how they were with one another and how they were so comfortable with one another. That's because they've known each other since college. That's why. Like if Kyle can attest to this. When people see me and him together, they automatically assume that we're dating. We have a fan club of people who want us to date because of that. So it's kind of like that. They're so close that like it looks like they could be a couple. And I mean, I think that's why they assume, because they assume that since Martha is in love with not Martha. They assume that Martha is with Karen. They assume that Karen's in love with Martha and that they're in a relationship. Yo, no, it's two to tango, ladies and gentlemen, two to tango. That's not just the same. That's like a life sentence, I guess, or a life statement. But yeah. So when Joe is ashamed that he believed in the lie, and then comes the most heartbreaking moment of this. I feel like one of the most heartbreaking moments of this thing is Shaylee. Is it Sheely or Shaylee?
Shirley MacLaine.
Shirley MacLaine did a phenomenal job with this confession. Like every time I watch her confession, it just like you can feel how much she's ashamed of being who she is, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. Well, back then it was, but now it's not. Like, y'all, it's okay.
Like, this was her first time, like,
saying it out.
Even fully confessing it to herself.
Yeah, just like me in high school. Not even high school, like my first year of college, when I had my first actual girl crush. No, and she says, I have loved you the way they say. And she's like, I'm guilty. And she's like, you're not guilty of anything. And even Karen, she's like, we can leave. We can go away. We can start over. And she's like, we can't go anywhere where people aren't going to know who we are. And then, so Martha has this heartbreaking mental breakdown where you honestly feel bad for her because you can see how guilty and how torn she is by this. Because she knows what her love for Karen is doing to Karen's life as well as her own. And she didn't know. And she even says, I didn't know this was going to happen if I had fallen in love with you. Martha, sweetheart, I feel you. I know what it feels like to fall for a friend. I've done it several times. It sucks ass so much. Yep. And I know what Kyle's going to say. He's going to be like, oh, it's because you wait too long. Fuck that. So I'm
still looking for a man, and it's taken me a while, and I'm 28.
Okay, well,
so
excuse me.
It's hard.
Me.
It's hard.
You don't get to say it's hard, Christina. Okay? Y'all single people don't get y'all straight people don't get to say, oh, it's so hard to find. No, because you want to know what? I have to worry about if the woman's straight or not, or she's bisexual. I need to worry about her sexuality, not just like assume that she's gay. Because if I go up to a straight girl, I'm like, hey, you want to go grab? But that's me. I would never. But y'all don't have to worry about them being gay or not. So I have another obstacle.
There was a time where I was getting my hair done, and me and this girl, the lady who was doing my hair, were talking, and we found out that she came from a town in Indiana that I have a lot of family. So I was mentioning different landmarks and everything, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I've been to that place, like this and that," and I wanted to say to her, like. I wanted to say to her, like, oh, do you want to be my friend or whatever? I could kind of tell that she was bi or something. And I was just like, I don't want to come across that I'm asking around. I'm just asking to be friends, to hang out.
Okay, side note real quick. Do y'all know the difference between being bisexual and being queer? There is a very big difference.
I don't know queer. I don't know the definition really. I never really hear it that much.
Well, queer means that you're. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I thought queer is gay, and bisexual is bisexual. You are attracted to both sexes.
Yeah, that's bisexual. Queer is it's
learn something new every day.
It's the overall that you're no matter what they are, you're attracted to them. So like they could be pansexual and you so like you it's like the umbrella of the sexuality hierarchy, I guess you could call it, or tree branch or whatever you call it. That's I think I have a few I have more like straight gay or lesbian friends, queer friends, but yeah, it's even though it's a little bit different than being bisexual, but I know that some people get offended when they think it's the same. It's not. And obviously nor is being gay or being a lesbian, obviously. Or pansexual or asexual or yeah. Y'all know what those are or no?
I heard of pansexual. What does that mean?
Pansexual is like they're attracted to personality. They don't care what you look like. They don't care what gender you are. They're attracted to your personality. Asexual means you have no desire to have any sexual contact. Like kissing and making out is okay, but you have no interest being sexually active, if I'm correct. I think I am.
Gotcha.
But then you have all these other ones like demisexual and some other ones like there are so many now, and I honestly cannot keep up with them all. But and then Mrs. Tilford comes in after this emotional moment. She's like, "Oh, Mary and Rosalie had told me the entire truth. I'm so sorry. I'll be more than happy to pay for any inconvenience, or I'll be making a public statement." I'm like, "Bitch, really? You ruined their life, okay?" It doesn't. And I love how Karen's like, "You can't come here and sway your guilt. Like, there's no way we're not gonna forgive you because you messed up our lives. Like, we have nothing now." Eventually, they're going to lose the school because they can't pay for it. And they can't even go for a walk because people stare at them.
They can't. Yeah, they were going to go out for a date or something, or the cars were this, right?
Okay. No, Karen's not gay. Karen is straight.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought because they were like
Martha,
going to go for a walk.
Martha is a lesbian, and that's because before all this happened, they used to take evening walks because they're like best friends, and that's what best friends do apparently back then. When you didn't have like movies and stuff, you went for walks and you talked about your day and whatnot, and so that's what they usually do. And so they can't do that because people stare at them. They're like, oh my god, it's a lesbian.
Like, did you hear? Like, yeah.
Yeah, that you hear the whispers.
But what was the part where she opened the door and she's like, let's go for a walk, and then there was a truck and they were like,
yeah, no, that's not that. Those were people driving by to see them. They'd be like, as if they were like aliens from another planet. That's how like it was like back then. It's like if
those
you
are
were,
the lesbians.
yeah, like it's because people think that like being gay, you're gonna have like 4 arms like Stitch and have like 2 heads, like be an alien freak. That's not the way it is, people. And so they always wanted to take a look at what they look like.
I love you, Stitch. Sorry.
But then Martha, like after, and she's like, "Oh, forgive me," and then Martha just hysterically starts laughing, like, "Forgive you," and then she runs up to her room and closes the door. Well, not really closes it; she slams it. And then after,
that's my dog.
After old lady leaves, Karen goes up.
Don't control the dog.
Sally's coming back.
Is your door closed?
Yes.
Are you sure? It doesn't sound like it.
I'll mute.
No, it's okay. You good. And so Karen goes up to make sure Martha's okay.
Oh wait,
and
it's not. I didn't even see it. I thought.
With the state that Martha's in right now, I would not leave her alone because she doesn't like. I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving her alone. Even if I knew she wasn't gonna be suicidal, even if she wasn't gonna hang herself, I still would not leave her alone because this is like something you guys need to do together. Like you guys have to face this thing together. And one more disclaimer, this is when it's gonna get very, very dark, very, very fast. And so Karen's like, okay, well, because Martha, all she wants to do is sleep. And I'm like, okay, cool. Depression's setting in. She's gonna sleep and she's gonna wake up and be all A-okay. No, was I wrong when I first watched this? So Karen goes out for a walk, and judging by the lighting, it's kind of hard to tell because it's in black and white. I'm guessing it's like daytime, or midday maybe. Karen goes and walks to the front. There you go. Not Martha. Karen walks, I guess, down to the walkway and then walks up the driveway and then walks back. But Martha sees Karen from her window as she walks. And this is when those negative thoughts start to seep into her brain and into her head. And Martha does the unspeakable. And I'm trying to think of a nice way. She basically, she hangs herself. But what I find interesting is the way they did it was that like they showed Karen walking up, and it showed like a shot of the house, which I thought was odd. But you can start seeing the panic in her face, and so she starts running towards the house because she knows something's wrong. And the closer she gets, she's starting to panic. You know, like, oh god, something happened. And then when she enters the house, the other lady, the Lily for some reason who's there, she's like, oh, something's wrong. Her door's locked, and she just bolts up those stairs and she just starts yelling Martha's name and banging on the door. And they don't show it, but she barges in, breaks the door down to see Martha hanging from the ceiling. And what you guys have to understand is that Martha did this because she wanted to free Karen from these lies. Because seeing as she was the one who was living the truth, like she really did have feelings for her. In her mind, she's like, I feel like she was thinking, if I die, maybe people will eventually forget about Karen and she can get on with her life and have a happy life with Joe. Which is an honorable thing, but by all means, I am not saying go hang yourself so the person you love can go live their life. Don't ever do that. Please don't. Please, I'm begging you. I will cry, especially if I know you guys. But the look on like Audrey, Karen, her face when she finally opens the door, like you can see like her eyes like go upward, and you see the silhouette of the rope. We don't actually see the noose because apparently back then that was a big no-no to show on screen. And then you don't see her body because, again, that was a big negative to show on screen. and you just see the silhouette of her feet, and her like she just
Her
crumbles.
expression.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it breaks my heart every time because I don't like seeing Day cry. But also
Now,
I was
in the play. Now in the play, she runs off stage and you hear a gunshot.
which I feel like I hate the way this is about to sound, but I kind of like the idea of hanging better because it gives you that kind of tiny glimmer of hope that if you make it in time, you can resuscitate her and bring her back. Which, in hindsight, I think that's why Martha locked the door, because she knew if she hadn't locked the door, they would have gotten to her in time, gotten her down. If they had done CPR, they probably would have been able to resuscitate her. That's probably why Martha locked the door, because she didn't want to be saved. But the gunshot, it just kind of wraps it up real quickly. But it adds a glimmer of hope when the hanging, sort of, because you never know, because even if you hang, and please don't ask me in comments or DM me how I know this, but if you hang somebody, if you get them down quick enough, you can resuscitate them. It's very possible. It's hard to do, but it's possible.
Yeah, it is.
Because it takes a good couple, like I think it takes like 2-3 minutes for you to actually die.
It was brain dead, basically.
Well, no, because like when you hang yourself, you're stretching out your spinal cord, and it pops your spinal cord out. So no, you're dead. It's not even that you're brain dead; it's that you're dead. Or if you're resuscitated, the chance of you being paralyzed are high.
Did they try to resuscitate Robin Williams or?
Oh no, because I think by the time they found him, it was too late. And like same with those.
My cousin was on life support for 3 days.
See,
but he was
like
brain dead. He would have been like a potato. They said he would have been a potato all his life.
Yeah, but it just because like being brain dead and being like on life support is two totally different things. If you guys don't know, brain dead means like you can't function by yourself. Like you have to be fed. You have to be force fed.
You'd be like a potato. You'd be like nothing.
Yeah, it'd be like you'd be like Sleeping Beauty basically. Not having to wait for Prince Charming to come wake you up. You wouldn't be able to do anything. It'd be like you're in a tunnel. It's like you'll be a ghost out of your body watching your life pass through your eyes. But yeah. So I mean they have a funeral for Martha, and I swear, if I was Karen, I would have marched right down to that lady's house. Kicked in that door, went to Mary, dragged her to that house, and made her see what she had done. Because whether you like to admit it or not, Mary's lie is what drove Martha to suicide. Like I would have been like, look what you did. Like this is your fault. I would have figured out a way to charge that kid with murder, because it is her fault that this all came to light, and because everything was all hunky dory until Mary had to be all like, "Oh, I hate you. You're gay. I'm gonna go tell my grandma." Bruh. Let's be real. That was a perfect summary of this movie. But it and also I would have brought the grandmother and been like, look what you did, because not only did you believe Mary's lies, but you spread the rumors, and that shows you the dangers of lying, like making a lie like this, because you are gambling with somebody's life. But this was one of the very first plays to ever be banned in Boston. It was set to run in Boston, but was banned by the city's Public Sensory Bureau because of its lesbian content. Okay. And also was the first landmark court case to address the censorship of gay and lesbian subject matter. That's what I meant to mention before. And also in 1934, it was anything that dealt explicitly with homosexuality was illegal to have on New York stage, which I think is dumb. But due to the growing population of this show, Broadway made an exception and they let them put it on stage, which is great. And it was a hit on stage. Like it was the play was a hit. And also, fun fact, which y'all, I will give anybody $200 if they can find a copy of this production, because I found out that Keira Knightley and Elizabeth Moss from Handmaid's Tale did a production of this as Karen and Martha. If anybody can find that entire show, yay! Sorry, there's a bug in here.
You could probably find it on eBay.
No, because it was like it was a short thing. It was in London. But if anybody can find this show, I will give you, I swear on my life, I will give you $200 if you can find the full film production of Keira Knightley and Elizabeth Moss and The Children's Hour, because I would kill to see those two in these roles because I just think it'd be so fun. And also, Keira Knightley just looks like she could be a very good Karen. Like I feel not like a bad Karen, like not the Karens we have nowadays, but
Not like the bad Karen.
no, but like Keira Knightley would be such a good. Those would be. I want to see that show so badly, but I feel like this is like one of the examples of how far being. Would you shit? Sorry, there's a little bug in here. I hate bugs. How far?
At me, I'm like, what did I do?
No. It just shows you like how. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and close that because that's all my notes on the show. It shows you how far the whole being gay, being lesbian thing came because now we have movies like Imagine Me and You, Carol. I'm about to show you how many lesbian movies I watch. Elena Undone, Alto. I already said Carol. Mulholland Drive, Neon Demon. We have all these new like love songs, which are mainly just lesbian movies because that's really all I watch is lesbian movies. Not really all I watch, but like I prefer lesbian movies over gay movies. Love, Simon is a great example. Like,
I don't know any of these.
You don't know Love, Simon?
No.
Wow.
I've seen the trailer. I've seen the trailer of it, but I actually haven't.
What year did it come out?
Oh my God, I'm gonna kill this bug. It came out. No, I'm really about to swat it. I don't even know when it came out, but Carol. Oh my God, Carol, Kate Blanchett and Rooney Mara are in it, and it takes place around this time actually. And they play two. I guess Carol's a lesbian, I guess. But she falls in love with this clerk named Therese who works at a doll store, which is creepy as hell. But she's also in the middle of a custody battle with her daughter, and her husband flat out says, if you don't give me custody of my daughter, I'm going to expose your lesbianism to the world, which would be bad. So, and then she wouldn't have any custody. Oh my gosh, Kate Blanchett deserved an Academy Award for that role. It was so good. But also, Disney is also starting to tiptoe around with Elsa. That's one thing. And then, y'all, it's just so I can say this because it's been on my head for on my mind for that past 3 days. Right? I don't care what y'all say. I have read. If you go on Tumblr, and I also waste a lot of my
Tumblr. That's a long old thing.
Nah, man, that's what all the fan art and fan fiction is. If you type in Raya and Namori, there's so much art that people have done, and it's beautiful art too. I mean, I look for like the basic drawings. I don't look for all that like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not graphic, explicit or naughty drawings. I don't like those. But Raya and if you have not seen Raya the Last Dragon, and if you dare tell me that there is not some gay tension between those two, I will kill you. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm not gonna say that live. I will be very disappointed in you because the first time I watched it, I'm like, those two are lesbians, or like at least bisexual. One of them's at least bisexual. But, like, you can tell, okay? You can tell when you watch Raya, you can tell there's something there. All right? It might just because my mind wants it so badly, but you can tell. Like, it is. What's up with you?
I had the goosebumps.
Okay, wait. So have you never really heard of like Imagine Me and You? It has Lena Headey from Game of Thrones in it.
I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Oh my God, Christina.
I'll just leave this live. Good night, everybody.
No. Is that the Pirates of the Caribbean?
What Game of Thrones is?
I was trying to do the Game of Thrones theme song.
Rachel McAdams was in a movie called Disobedience, which I hated. For one reason only. You guys have to watch the movie to find out. I highly recommend you do not watch these movies unless you're over the age of 18. All these movies are age 18 or older. Well, Imagine Me and You, I guess you can watch.
Don't say that. Well, don't say that. Well.
No, well, okay, so, but like the only thing is like Carol, Elena Undone.
I don't even know who the heck that is.
Good. Because you don't need to. Blue is a Woman's Color. Neon Demon. Mulholland Drive. Those are all like. Those all have like nudity in them, so that's why I'm saying 18 or older. But like, Imagine Me and You, harmless. Alto, harmless. Like I'll probably sit my kid down. I'll probably watch Imagine Me and You with them when they're like 12 or 13. Like to introduce them to the idea of and saying, showing them that's okay. Because that's one thing I really want to have a good connection with my daughter. I want her to be like to feel like she can come to me if she actually is starting to have these kind of questions. Unlike me and my mother.
What if you have a boy?
Bitch, I'm adopting. I'm not going through all that.
You're not going to give birth?
If my wife, hold on, if my future wife wants to have a baby and they want to give birth, by all means, go ahead. But I really want a daughter, and I want to name her Eritrea. That is Mama. What do you mean, Mama? Mama. Oh, Kyle, no. Kyle's still watching. It's not Mama. Her name is oh no, what's her name in I completely forgot her name in Imagine Me and You. Luce. Her name is Luce in Imagine Me and You. Also, if you guys go on my channel on New Year's Eve, I swear it's the funniest 4 hours I've ever seen. Me and Kyle got drunk, and I showed him Alto and Elena Undone. We got drunk, and we did a live stream of us watching these movies, and his commentary is so funny. I don't remember
anything of it.
I do. I don't remember the last 30 minutes of the stream. But
where did you do it? At your house watching it?
Yeah, in my living room. It was so funny.
I hope he stayed over.
He did. We slept in here actually. I slept on the bed and he slept on the floor. We fell asleep watching Prisoner of Azkaban because it's Kyle's favorite, and so I was like, you know what, let's watch Prisoner of Azkaban.
So what time did you guys fall asleep then?
I don't even know. I think it was past midnight. I don't really remember. We started playing Lego Harry Potter, and then we're like, you know what? Let's watch Prisoner of Azkaban. I hardly remember anything that happened that night. Kyle said, I hardly remember anything that happened that night. Well, Kyle, you have to go back. It's 4 hours long. So if you guys sit there for 4 hours and watch this entire stream, I applaud you. But it's so funny. It's probably more funny than the Splash Mountain stream, the video that I did. But it was very, very funny. Kyle ripped these movies apart. It was so funny. But I genuinely, those are movies I'll watch if I'm just like, I feel like watching a very bad lesbian movie. I'll watch one of those two. Because they're very bad, very, very bad. One of them is like has to do with the Italian mafia. It's so weird. It's such a weird movie. Michelle, exactly. But I feel like because this is like a topic I feel like that needs to be talked about more, because even though like everyone's like, oh, it's all about being gay now. No, it's not. It's like, yeah, we're getting a lot of attention, but there isn't really anybody talking about it, like actually talking about it, like in depth.
Yeah, so the video I sent y'all.
I saw that.
I didn't see it yet. Sorry, I was at work.
About the movie and everything. Shirley MacLaine even said that her and Audrey Hepburn did not talk about the lesbian aspect of, or actually any lesbian talk. They didn't talk about that stuff on set at all.
There was I found it. I had to find it again. I completely lost it. But there was an interview I found, a very old interview with Shelley or Shirley, whatever her name is, Martha.
Shirley.
Whatever. Shows you how much I care about Martha.
Shirley Temple.
Shirley. And they had somebody had asked her about like what was like were the changes in the movie that was going to be made, and the director wanted to know if apparently, and I'm gonna find this footage if it kills me. They and when you said that they didn't talk about it, they literally didn't, because there was a deleted reel, because obviously they didn't have film back then, like a deleted reel. There's a reel somewhere in the archives where they actually had an actual kissing scene, but they decided to take it out because it wasn't in the play. And I think it was Shirley. Shirley and Audrey were like all down for it. Because they felt comfortable with each other enough to do this kind of stuff, which is also very good. Like, because when you film these kind of scenes, I feel like you have to be very comfortable with this person, like to be able to do that. I for one could never. I give any actor or actress, especially on stage, I give y'all full props for being able to do these like nude scenes on stage, because I would not be able to do it. The most I could ever do is go topless. That's it. Other than that, no, because I don't like my hips. That's mainly my thing. I have such weird hips. But you have to have trust with this person who you're doing the scene with, and I guess Shirley and Audrey felt comfortable enough to do that, but obviously they didn't take it out. But I want to find that footage so bad. It has to be somewhere in the archives. It's got to be somewhere. It has to be somewhere. It exists somewhere. But I guess after they filmed it, who's next to me? Oh, Christina. Bye.
Sorry, I have to take the dog out.
Well, okay, bye.
All right, bye. I don't want to get you mad.
Can't wait. Text me in an hour and ask me after the stream's over, and then I'll tell you.
I'll just try to stay unless he yells at me. Then
no, just tell him to wait. Like tell him. I told my dad.
I've been gone out since 5.
Since 5, I walked my dog at 6. Okay, and I have to walk her again before she goes to bed. And so, but it's I kind of hate that. I kind of hate that there isn't many interviews with Audrey Hepburn talking about this movie, because I look for, and like obviously there are interviews of her like with Breakfast at Tiffany's and Wait Until Dark, but there isn't many interviews with her talking about the Children's Hour, and I want to know why. Makes me mad. It does. No, because and I've watched and like any movie like this, like that has to do with LGBT stuff. I will watch interviews and to see like how filming these scenes were. Oh my god, perfect example, the 100, because Lexa and Clark have their little beautiful. Not you. I said Lexa, not Alexa. I said Lexa. Go away.
Here's what I found on Wikipedia. Amazon Echo, often shortened to
Alexa.
Echo, is an American
Alexa, shut up. Thank you.
That was
okay,
funny.
Lexa and Clark. Why? I'm not even saying Alexa. Okay, you know who on the 100. They can't hear. She can't hear you because I have my earphones in.
Oh.
They had this scene before Lexa got shot. Which I'm still very, very mad about. And they talked about how like filming this scene was they got through it by laughing, because when they were walking onto the set with their robes on, getting ready to film this love scene, they were playing some song, some romantic song, and they literally got through it by laughing. Because you either gotta get through it by laughing, or you just gotta put a straight face on and do it. Because I don't know how they do it, because I would be like, it needs to be. I'd have to do it with someone who I like. I feel 100% comfortable with. Like they have to have always seen me naked in order for me to be able to film this kind of scene with them. But I can't imagine doing it on stage. I can't. It just gives me like anxiety. Like, and also you have to have a lot of confidence in your body to be able to do this kind of stuff. But
it's kind of like Daniel Radcliffe when he went. What was the Broadway show he did where he was naked?
Oh yeah, with the horse.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking.
No,
I'm thinking about the How to Succeed in Business.
He was in 2 musicals.
No. Different.
That's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm thinking of. Did you know Nick Jonas was in that show?
No.
Yeah,
Yes.
Nick Jonas did that production of that, and I was like, oh my gosh. But
yes, I did know about that.
But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's not talked about enough. Like, sure, like it makes a great movie, and also, y'all, can you please make more movies?
The Broadway show he was on, EQUUS.
Equits? I don't know. I think it's Equits.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. I'm gonna have to look that up. Maybe we will do it. But when you make a lesbian film, go ahead.
If y'all have seen the Children's Hour, you know, like I said, with the Mary character being as despicable as she was and everything,
yeah,
y'all also need to check out The Bad Seed, because that girl is even worse. And
really? Did she drive somebody to suicide? I don't know why I smiled by saying that. I should not have smiled. I'm so sorry.
Well,
no, you froze.
Well, let's say she does cause at least 2 or 3 deaths.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I did not mean to burp. Excuse me. I am so ashamed that I just did that live on the.
And I've heard that The Bad Seed originally was a play.
Oh, now I remember The Bad Seed. They did it in Pretty Little Liars. Oh my god.
No, you not.
There's literally an episode
I
called
don't
The
watch
Bad
Pretty Little
Seed.
Liars.
It's such a good show. There's literally an episode, I think it's like the 4th or 5th episode. It's literally called The Bad Seed. Either that or it's in season 2. I think it's in season 2 because Paige is in the picture, she got a lot. Poor Lindsay got a lot of hate for being Paige in Pretty Little Liars, like to the point where she had like she got depressed and all that. If you guys don't know who that is, she also played Mose in Ned's Classified School Survival Guide.
I missed that show. Anyone watching the new iCarly? They curse.
We're not talking about the new iCarly, but no. But also Penny Dreadful is also a I guess you could consider it kind of like a gay show. Evergreen's in it, and my God, anything with Evergreen in it, I'm so down for. It is weird. It's a very dark, bizarre, gory show, so I'm probably gonna go watch it after this.
Sorry, I'm yawning.
I am so, but it's not like something that's talked about enough. I feel like, or if it is, they just gloss over. And then you have people who are like, oh, I don't want my kid being exposed to that. Yo, it's everywhere. At this point, your kid's gonna get exposed to it whether you like it or not.
Now they talk about it in elementary schools, public schools, and everything.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. And the fact that Disney is like
people are like pissed off about it.
Oh my God. Okay, so they're pissed off about them learning about being gay, bisexual, lesbian, or being part of the LGBT community. You know, y'all. It's a long acronym. I'm sorry if I keep mispronouncing it, but then you're not mad when they're like, oh, we're not learning about like the Holocaust anymore. We're not learning about this anymore. We're not learning about why we're not learning about the Japanese concentration camps that we had here in America, whereas they had concentration camps over in Germany. Like, you just can't. Like, they're not like I don't even think they're learning about Lincoln's assassination anymore. You just find out that he died and that's it. And I'm like, yo,
or Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, they're like skimming over the big importance of history. And I'm like, y'all need this is how, like, I know in Germany, it's required for them to go to Auschwitz. Like, if they want to graduate high school and college, they have to go to Auschwitz and prove that they went. Like, it's a requirement so that they don't repeat their history, which is good. And honestly, I'm going to take my daughter or my son, if my wife wants to have a child. And if she does, I will probably pamper her and treat her like royalty. Because that's just the kind of person I am. I'm a very loving person. I don't know why I'm single. Just
that's all we are.
I don't know why I'm single either.
Well, yeah. Christina, to be fair.
No, Michelle and I are still single. We're 28, 29. 28.
Yeah, but you've dated. I've made out with more
people.
No,
I actually am
28.
No, literally. No, here's a bad date for y'all. Literally, the only Vietnam. Kyle made a good point. Vietnam.
I never was in a relationship.
No, no.
Not even in high school.
The only date I went on was a guy with a guy named Avery, and my friend made me go on a date with him. And guess what? I'm at Disney, right? And I get a call from her. And she's like, "Hey, guess what? Avery's in jail." I'm like, "Why is he in jail?" 3 counts of statutory rape.
Oh, well, that's
I know, right? And I'm like,
wait, why did you say the name though? You should have said a different name.
You know how many Averys there are in this country?
Oh, never mind.
And he's already incarcerated.
He's last name.
Yeah, no, he's already incarcerated. Like, he's already in jail. Like, it's no big deal.
At least you didn't go with him.
I know. And I'm like, you made me go on a date with that creep? Oh my God. And he was a nice guy, but
he was
no, the second I stopped talking to him, his whole life fell apart. And I'm like, why? But Kyle remembers him, I think. But I'm like, I dodged a bullet with him. But I mean, Christina, you don't. I don't know if I should say her name. There was a bus greeter. I think you can consider her.
It starts with an M.
No, it starts with a K. Yeah,
I'll type the other one started with an M.
And I'll put it in the private chat.
Just text it to me.
No, I just put it in the chat.
Who's that? I don't remember who that was.
Okay, I think she might have left right before you got there. But
remember this one? Did you get it?
I swear to God, if it says Olivia, I'm gonna scream.
No.
Was she a bus greeter? Was she a bus greeter?
Yeah, she was a bus greeter. She lived at Vista Way.
I don't remember her whatsoever.
She was small. She was smaller than me. Long hair.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
but no,
and she
they're
told
not-
everybody too. You know that because she was dating someone. She was
Yeah,
from
that
New
was
Jersey.
that was another thing.
She's from
Like a whole
Jersey.
bunch of like, but I hated when the bus greeters hooked up. I mean, some of them worked out. I think Katie and Alex are still together. But
Who?
like,
No, they're not. Wait,
They're not?
Allie? Are you talking about Allie and no, they're
Alex-
not. Kate,
they're not.
Alex and Allie?
Yeah.
No, that's
Oh,
been
damn.
gone a year ago.
Wow. We need
They
to,
lived
we
in
need to have a-
Wisconsin or
That's right.
Indiana.
Yeah.
I forget.
Okay. Anyway, but I think if I mean I guess I
Matt
can
just
count
got
that.
married.
Yeah, I know. I saw he's at Disney on his honeymoon, and I'm I'm very jealous of. But like he's happy. I'm surprised I still keep in touch with him. I think he was one of the ones who was a little bit mean to me, but he ended up being a really nice guy. Because it was all in good fun. Yeah, I mean, I try to. We were doing really good at the beginning of the year, but then I just kind of fell behind. But yeah, no, like this, it's not. It's almost like it's tough to talk. And I can't stand when people, and again, I'm just going to play the religious card right now because this is my opinion. I don't mean to offend anybody. I hate when people like, it's a sin to be gay or be a lesbian. Where in the Bible does it say being a lesbian is wrong? Show me that and I'll go marry Kyle right now.
I haven't gone to church since I was in
either.
high school.
I haven't either.
Well, no, we left because there was too many cliques. And they didn't treat me right. They didn't treat me right or my dad. My dad volunteered himself to do the addition. They never once came over and said, "Oh, thank you for helping." And they were just never. They were very cliquey, and most of the kids went to the private school, and I went to public.
My church was great. I had friends at my church, but I was forced to go, and also I'm ADHD, so having me sit for an hour in a room where you just talk is not the best for me. I mean, all my friends I still went to school with were in my church, but my grandparents made me go. And when I think it was a few years before I went down to Disney, they suddenly stopped making me go because I was like 20 something. And I was like, I don't believe in this crap. I don't believe in heaven or hell. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in this. Oh, God will take care of you crap and all that. But that's just my opinion. I don't mean to offend anybody. If I have, I deeply apologize. But we're not here to talk about religion. We're here to talk about the children's hour and how being gay is not talked about enough. Which I should probably go back to the other comments. But I don't know. It annoys me that it's not talked. I mean, obviously, you only see about the bad stuff. Like that couple in I think it was England who got beat up because they wouldn't kiss each other for guys' amusements. Yo, that's another thing that pisses me off. And it's like if we don't date you guys want to be like, oh, why don't you guys make out in front of it? Because sometimes it gets guys off to see girls make out. If you want that, go watch porn. That's what porn is for. I'm sorry, I always laugh when I say that. That's what that is for, okay? If you want to watch two girls make out, you can literally go on Google and search it. Yeah, Google and search it. You don't have to force two girls in person to make out. Like, it's not okay. Okay, we're not here for your amusement. Women in general aren't here for your. We're not here for your amusement. All right, I hate people who like that. I hate men who think they're superior to us. I'm not like, it's just, I hate it so much, so much, and it grinds. It makes my blood boil that. Sometimes, like when you're, especially depending on where you live, like if you're a lesbian or you're gay, you have to worry about being beat up every time. And people wonder why I never came out in high school. It's because I probably would have gotten beaten up. Or I would have gotten made fun of more than I already was getting made fun of. But it's like, it's not okay. I mean, the children's hour is a perfect example of what can happen with a lie and with that kind of negative support. It's just not.
Because like I said, before meeting gay guys, I had like either they were bisexual or they were lesbian friends. And a lot of them
feel free to throw some of them my way and be like, hey, I have another lesbian friend who's single.
Well,
I'm tired.
I haven't talked to these people in quite a while. Like,
Michelle, what good are you?
Hey.
I'm sorry. I just like I'm tired of being single. I'm literally on like dating apps now because I'm trying to find somebody. And I mean, I've met some pretty cool. I know I've met some pretty cool people. I think.
And
I'm tired. Oh, sorry.
No. One of them. I think I have a date with one of them. I have a date with one of them after my class. Sorry, Michelle. Go ahead.
But so my friend, like a lot of my lesbian friends or bisexual friends, were like self-harming, like, you know, cutting themselves because of the way people were treating them. And because I was friends with them, a lot of people thought I was a lesbian. And I'd be like, I'm not a lesbian. And it was very hard to try to convince them that I wasn't.
Well, you don't need to be. Yes, that's another thing. Like, don't convince them. Just be like, you know, I think what you want to think. Because I think that's one of the positive things about what I went through, the hell I went through in high school and like my first couple of years of college, is that I got to the point where like I don't care what you think of me. Like if you want to say shit about me behind my back, by all means go ahead. Or like, but I'd rather you say it to my face and then let me punch you in the face for saying it. But I don't care what you think of me. And it took me a long time to get to that point where I'm like, I don't. It helps, and it takes years and years of building up your confidence and stuff, which I still don't have because but yeah, no, this one girl I'm talking to, she wants me to show her around Charlotte, and I'm like, well, I'm bringing Kyle just to be safe, and I will text her and like I'll message her and be like, hey, it's okay if my friend tags along just in case I know you're not like some 85-year-old dude. Oh my. Yo, the other day, this guy came into my line. I was bagging. Why do I attract all the creepy, horny old men?
Ugh.
No, this guy. Okay, so I'm like right here, right? And I'm like, hi, how are you doing? He gets like right up close to me. He's like, oh, where are you from? I was like, oh, I'm
God.
Here. And I'm like, he's like, oh no, you have an accent. I was like, oh, I'm from Russia. And he's like, oh, really? He got close to me. I'm like, yeah. I was like, how are you doing today? Because I have to be nice because it's customer service. And he's like, oh, I'm doing great. And he just like he kept smiling at me. And even the person ahead of him when he was in line, he kept staring at me. And I'm just like, And after he left, I look at my cashier and I'm like, and she's like, I think he had the hots for you. I'm like, oh my God. Ew. Why do old men find me attractive? My God, it's
You're Russian.
I don't care. That's not an excuse to hit on a 25-year-old person when you're 82 years old. My God.
He's a sugar daddy.
He's a sugar daddy. This guy literally goes and tries to find my schedule and asks when I'm working because because he's like, oh, I like this cashier because she's nice and polite and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh my God. Because every time I work, I saw him today. Every time I work, there he is. Every time.
Why would they tell them about your schedule?
Because they think it's good. No, because they think it's good customer service because they seek me out because they like my the way I talk to them, the way I treat them.
You should go to the bathroom all the time when he's there. Like hide in the bathroom.
That's what I do. I try to always do if I see him in my line, I do a carry out. And I flat out stay outside until I see him come out, and then I go the opposite way. So I've done a very good job of avoiding him so far. So, and then this other guy.
My Instagram is private because I get messages off and on again. Whenever I start thinking about making my Instagram public, all of a sudden I get a message from an old guy, and I'm like, no. Leave me alone. I don't want a sugar daddy. I don't want an old guy.
The only person that I've actually had who's been obsessed with me, I'm not going to say her name, but it was in high school, and it wasn't until I joined my school robotics team. She always asked me, hey, do you want to hang out? And I was like, no, I'm busy with robotics. She got so upset when I'd say I was hanging out with my friends in robotics. She became like a possessive of me. And she always wanted to know what I was doing. She wanted to know where I was, so she could tag along. And then not only that, when I'm at Disney, when I was looking at Disney, I didn't hear from her, and I was like, okay, maybe she moved on. The day after I get back, she calls me up like, hey, are you back home yet? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, do you want to hang out? And I was like, no, I don't. And it's like when some of my friends were by, so like maybe she has a question. I'm like, no, she's obsessed with me because I think I was like her only friend, and then I don't know. She's a psycho. She's psychotic.
She still trying to talk to you?
No, I blocked her. She has no contact with me unless she actually comes to my neighborhood, which she knows where I live. But I have a gate. I have a gate that you can't get in without somebody calling the front gate and letting them know you're coming. But,
wait, you have a. Oh wait, you're in one of those things.
Yeah, I'm in a gated community, which is great. But then that,
cool.
and also another time I was working, this woman in another line, I looked and she had this giant battery thing. It's called a Halo, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. And she's like, it's strong enough to jumpstart your car. And I was like, it's like $60-something on Amazon, which isn't bad. And so I write Halo down, and this old guy, I think he was like a very old Asian man. He comes up and he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, I just wrote it down. And I think he's like, oh no. I think he's trying to ask for my number, and I'm like, ah. It's almost as bad as the guy at Disney who tried to get me to go up to his room with him because he was too intoxicated to find his way to his bedroom.
Yo, I'm so jealous of Flamingo Crossing.
I'm going there next spring, hopefully, if I get accepted. If I don't, then I'm just gonna stay here.
And the two bedroom with the 2 bathrooms is only $175.
No, man, I'm doing the 4-bedroom for the biggest one because the more roommates you have, the cheaper it is.
Oh, I know. You get your own bedroom, your own bathroom. You can't complain.
No, you don't get your own bedroom. You have like a divider.
Oh no, there is rooms that you can. You get it's a lottery.
Yeah, see now I wouldn't. I'd be okay with sharing my room. I did it last time. I'll do it again.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
And also you get like
elevators.
Oh yeah, of course there are. Because carrying the groceries.
They built up quickly. When did they build it?
They started building that when I was down there. They started building it when I was down there. They had the land and everything. Yeah. I mean, also with COVID going on, when shutdown happened, they had a lot of time on their hands. So
yeah,
I had a lot of stuff.
Are we done for the night? Are we done for the night?
Wow. You know what, Christina? Why don't you just go and me and Michelle wrap up? That's what I thought. Anyway, but
I mean,
with everything going on,
what is the next one we're doing?
I honestly
have no idea.
No, I really want to do Chicago next.
Oh, I've seen that before.
Because I have the movie.
Chicago.
No, is it bad that anytime I say Chicago, I think of Chicago?
Yeah.
Chicago.
She has 2 kids now. She has 2 kids now.
I know. She's doing great. Like, she looks great for
Well, she got pregnant by mistake the first time, then she got pregnant by mistake the second time.
But I really want to see that. I want to see that Chicago. Yo, Trina Vega, let me see your Chicago because it looked like it was funny.
Chicago.
No, because I've had Sobok Tango stuck in my head for a good long while.
Yeah, I love that song.
That or
He had it coming. He had it coming.
If you had been there, then you had seen it. I bet you would have done the same. Wow, we are way out of sync. Okay, yeah. I'm looking at my list. I'm thinking I'm thinking either we're gonna do the interview with Cher, and not the Cher. I wish it was, but my Cher. My Cher is just as
really
good.
The real Cher. Ow.
Bro, I would die. No, my Cher is just as good
I think we would all die.
And no, I would die because Shannon would kill me if I didn't tell her I had Cher on the show.
She would have to stay up.
No, actually, it'd be a morning for her because right now it's probably like, Alexa, what time is it in Beijing? Now she doesn't respond. Alexa, what time is it in Beijing?
In Beijing, it's 9:12 a.m.
It's 9:12 a.m. right there.
Oh, it's 9:12 here.
Yeah. That or.
It's weird.
Hey.
Like
Listen.
Nighttime here, and then the other side of the world is.
I accidentally hit Soblock Tango. Okay, I guess we're doing Chicago next. Because I can't wait anymore. I want to do, and also Catherine Zeta-Jones. Okay, I don't want to get copy striked. But
I would love to perform this.
Oh no, we got to do it once. I gotta listen to it once. Ready? But I will dress up for this. I will wear a prison dress.
Someone did that at my high school, the song for lip sync. You want to see it? You want to see it?
What now? Sorry.
Someone did it for lip sync. Here.
Yo, I would do amazing with a lip sync.
Here, I can put
also, if you do like a rap thing, you can literally just do this. And like hide your mouth. It's not that hard.
Hold on.
No, I want to do karaoke, and I want to go do not Defying Gravity. I want to do No Good Deed and just mix German and English because I know parts of it in German. Which, Villine, if you want to like correct me, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, we're gonna do either Chicago or we
Here it is.
do need.
Hold on.
Oh God. Okay. Chill. After this, we're gonna do our little wrap up, and we're gonna call it a night because I have work to do. I have homework to do. What is that?
Cell block tangle from my high school.
Well, yeah, I know, but like, where's the audio?
Friends that I graduated with.
Where's the audio?
Oh, sorry.
He had it coming. He had it coming. He had it coming all along. If you had been there. Oh, bro, low key, I really want to do this show. It's coming back to Broadway, y'all. I'm so excited.
You know, some guys just can't hold their arsenal.
I would love to perform this so bad.
You said that was lip sync?
Yeah.
That was really bad. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, yeah. Well, that was. I'm in the lip sync. I'm in it. I did Justin Bieber.
Am
I still on the show?
Oh, hey, yeah. The movie Chicago won Best Picture.
Wait, here's me. Wait. Watch this. Just watch it.
Who's that?
One of my friends that I grew up with.
Oh, is this Justin Bieber? Hold on, is this Justin Bieber?
I'm in it.
No. Nope.
Wait. There's me.
No. Oh!
You just kicked her out!
I'm so sorry.
Did I do that by mistake? Oh, you did?
I meant to just stop the screen share. I didn't mean to kick you out. I'm not showing it.
Fine. You don't want to see my awesome dance? You don't want to see my awesome dance moves?
Bro, I have a music video I could show you guys from high school.
I saw my old YouTube video. Oh my god, I was in 8th grade.
Oh my god, let me show. Okay, so since Christina showed you hers, let me show y'all mine. We made a music video to "Numb" by Linkin Park.
Oh, I loved it.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I seen it. You showed me.
I did.
Can we do the Frozen video? Wait, can we not be on live right now? Can you do it like behind the scenes?
No, I'm proud of this music video, unlike most of my crap that I've made.
Let me watch it.
Where is it? Oh, here it is. No, man, I'm very. We got like a 96, I think, but the only reason why we got a 96 is because we of a film era that we did.
He had it coming. Now I got that song stuck in my head.
It's a good song though. It
is. It's very popular.
Y'all ready?
It's my favorite song from Chicago.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Well, you gotta take your headsets off.
You can't hear it?
Nope.
Can you hear it now?
Nope.
No.
Can you hear it?
It's not on.
You guys give me thumbs up or thumbs down. Oh wait, hang on, let me try this. Pop successful. He had it coming. He had it coming. Oh shit. Oh god. Can you hear it now?
Yep.
Wrong one. If you had been there.
Lost under the surface. Don't know what you're expecting.
Oh, it's black.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
That's my friend Katrina. Bruh.
Where are you?
Hang on. Oh, you guys didn't see my feet in the stall.
No.
I'll show you in a minute. There I am. I hit my elbow so many times on that
high
rocking
school?
chair.
Was this high
What?
school? Was this
Yeah,
in
that's
high
me.
school?
That's me in high school.
I know. Was this in high school?
Yep.
Look how little you are.
What do you mean little? I'm tall, man.
Well, you look so young. Was your hair long?
Yeah. It's all tucked in that beanie. My hair was long in high school.
Was that your natural hair color?
No. This is why we lost points, because I went through that door.
Wait, why?
Because the way I went through the door, what didn't add up to where I came out of.
Oh, what grade were you in?
I think this was sophomore year. We had to refilm this part because we lost the footage, which sucks. These angles were so hard to get, I gotta tell you. And also filming in a bathroom, very awkward.
Is that a guy?
No! That's Shauna.
Oh,
Wow.
I couldn't tell. Look at you, girl. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, you can see down here, I said no one was harmed in the making of this video.
Yeah, 23 likes.
No, when I was editing this was an accident. That whole thing of me, like my foot leaving, I was cutting it, and that's what it came out to be. And my director was like, "No, leave it." And also, to also point out, when she's standing on the ledge, it's really just a ramp. So she's like, it's like a 2-foot drop, so it's not that bad. But we were like, can somebody else go first? Because that was very deep and depressing. And they're like, you weren't kidding. And so it was really we wanted it to be dark and we wanted it to be deep. And also it's how we translated the song. I mean, I know how else you're going to translate that song, but whatever. But overall, y'all, be nice to one another. That's like, yeah. I feel like that's the whole message of tonight's stream. Don't lie, because it can lead to very disastrous consequences. But if you guys ever get the chance to watch the Children's Hour or see the production, go for it.
I put the link down below.
Christina had put the link in the chat. Please go check it out. It's such a good movie. Audrey Hepburn. Wow. I didn't do it this time. But anyway, so it's a great movie. And a great production. It's one of my favorite plays. I love reading the script. Like, I'll read the play.
I'm sorry, that just happened.
I have the play and I read it. I straight up read the play every once in a while. But and also Disney, y'all best make Elsa. Elsa, wow! I made it. Elsa a lesbian, or Raya a lesbian, or I will be throwing fists. Because before Elsa, let's be real, it was Mulan. Before Elsa, it was Mulan. There's no doubt in my mind. Yes. I mean, she's also a lesbian in Once Upon a Time. Or are you forgetting about that? Also, if y'all ever want to get me a graduation present, Natasha Negovenless is on Cameo, so y'all can always get me a cameo from her. I will.
How much is that?
I think it's like $50. I don't. She's not that expensive, because I got a cameo for Kyle for his birthday for Tara Strong, who does Raven from Teen Titans.
Is your birthday in July?
Christina.
Listen, I'm so exhausted right now.
My birthday is in January. I was talking about graduation. Or if you guys just want to give me a little present, as you know, just because you love me. I'm trying to look it up real quick. But I'm literally still on the wait list for Tom Felton and the Weasley twins.
How much is that one?
I don't know, because you have to put on the wait list and then they'll tell you what to do. Because I was gonna get them as a graduation present for my friend Kersey, because she loves them. So I was gonna get them give her like a little oh, congratulations on graduating type of thing, but that never happened because, or else, what do you mean, yikes? Hold up, Kyle. What do you mean, yikes? Oh my God, that is so rude. Natasha Negovanless. Natasha Negovanless. There she is. She is $45, so she's actually cheaper than I thought she was gonna be.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, if you guys ever want to just give me like a little present because you can get me a cameo from Natasha Negovanless or Echo from the 100. You just type in the 100 and she'll pop up. Birthday in July. Oh, yeah, agreed, Kyle. But yeah, so a little idea just to give me a gift because you know I'm about to graduate. Early graduation present would be great.
You'll graduate until May, right? Or December?
Next May.
Sorry, my dog really wants to go outside.
But yeah, so we're gonna wrap this up so Christina can go walk her precious dog. But okay, so like I feel like the overall thing of this is don't lie, don't play with people's lives, and y'all be more accepting of people of the LGBTQ plus community. I keep forgetting the Q because I'm used to saying LGBT, not LGBTQ plus. But we're just because we're different doesn't mean that you can walk all over us.
And nobody's perfect.
Yeah. Wait, what do you hold up now? That does not mean if you are a part of the LGBT community, you're not. That does not mean you're perfect. You're perfect in your own way.
Yeah, you're perfect on your own way. I'm not saying everyone.
You also, and like more on a serious note, with the whole suicidal thing, I have put links to websites and contact for suicide prevention. If you are going through a tough time, don't hesitate to reach out to me or Christina or Michelle. Or you can DM us on Instagram or leave us a comment.
Our Instagram's down below.
Yeah, I think I did. I just like we're here for you. We love you guys. And if you're a member of the LGBTQ plus community and you need support, I also put links down there for people who are there to help you. We're all part of it. We're all part of this. We all live on this planet. We all need to learn how to love each other and get over our egos. Yeah, get over our egos. I get some of it. It's culture and like the way you were raised. I get that. But like still, y'all, it's the 21st century. We're halfway through 2021. We need to like just get our crap together and be equal because we are. We're and like we're women aren't here for you men. We're not here for your entertainment unless you're actually getting paid for that. Then by all means, you rock and you do it. Like I know strip dancers get a lot of hate because they don't think that job pays, man. And it is a profession. I consider it a profession because it takes a lot of confidence to go and do that as a job. And I applaud anybody who does that as a job. And it pays well, I heard too. Of course, I don't have the body for it, so. But we're not here for your entertainment. Lesbians aren't here for us to make out with our significant other for your money. That's why porn was invented, gentlemen. Go use that and don't be beaten up.
Find it really quick online.
And it's free
anywhere.
And you don't get arrested. I mean,
just don't download it.
Well, hold up. It depends on the age, because don't forget, child pornography is also a thing that's not allowed.
Yeah. So look at Josh Duggar. Look at the guy from Glee.
He hung himself.
No, I meant Josh Duggar with porn.
Who's that?
The 19 Kids and Counting, the Duggars. Anyone watch that show?
Yes,
I know. You know the show, right?
But yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Well, we are here.
He's got jail stuff going on.
Yeah, because child pornography is wrong and
child pornography, and he touched his siblings.
Yeah.
He might be in jail for 20 years.
Might be. He better be.
And
he's having a seventh kid with his wife.
Okay, Michelle.
And then like think about that subway guy. He was caught with kiddie porn.
Yeah. Because it's a serious. Like, it may not sound serious, but it is. Like, it's not okay. It's sick.
What did Kyle say now?
It's something about the birthday in July. But there was a
Kyle.
I was watching the Steve Wilkos show because it's amazing and I love watching him roast people about how messed up their lives are. This guy has the audacity to go onto the show and openly confess to being a pedophile. And he has a website that literally has a how-to guide to not get arrested and not to get caught.
Holy crap.
And Steve's just like, I'm done. I think I've seen it all. And he roasts this guy. He's like, oh, I don't touch them. I don't do anything. I just watch them. I was like, still, you live across the street from a playground. That alone is not allowed. And he's like, as long as I don't touch them, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm like, the fact that photos count as child pornography, ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't know. It doesn't have to be a video. Pictures count as child pornography. I've watched enough Law and Order SVU, and their information is accurate because they want it to be accurate because they want it to be realistic.
So like naked child pictures?
Yeah, even in their underwear, even if they're just in their underwear, it's still considered child pornography.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna have to mark this video as mature adults only.
All right, have a nice night, guys.
On that note, no.
On that note.
It's a serious thing, but like y'all, we need to start like treating each other better because, and I get we have our differences and all that, and I get that. The whole storming the Capitol thing was insane, y'all.
Oh my God, yeah.
We survived the pandemic, okay, and now people are saying now people are saying there's another string of COVID that's stronger than the other. Man, I don't believe that.
We're on the end. We're at the end.
We're on the final lap, you guys. Just hold on. Hopefully we'll be able. I'm gonna be able to get Christine to come down here and visit me during.
I can visit anytime. My parents said.
What?
Yeah, I'm
Really?
already vaccinated.
Then why aren't you already packing?
I have to figure out a schedule from work.
And school.
Maybe in August. I can come visit in August.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it's too late to get the Wicked tickets now. That's all gone.
Well, yeah.
Which is sad. But I feel like
you can take me to the other places. You can show me around.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'll show you all around. We can go to the Discovery Place and act like children. We can go to Kerwin's.
That's what I said. Yeah.
But yeah, so
yeah, I can always come. I just have to fly out.
Yeah, the sooner we all get over our egos and realize that we're people, the better. I saw this thing on TikTok. I'm gonna wrap up with this. I saw this thing on TikTok where people are always like this, like it's like goes to the whole like, oh, you can't say this without getting hate. Somebody said that George Floyd did not deserve a statue, which I get. What he definitely deserves his justice. He got his justice. He don't need a freaking statue, okay? He don't need. He didn't really. Yeah, he sparked the Black Lives Matter movement again. Like it came back again because it was a thing a few years ago. If you guys don't remember, but he didn't need a huge statue, okay? If he got a statue, where's Harriet Tubman's statue? Where's her statue? She did more than he did in her entire lifetime.
Look what Rosa Parks did.
Yeah, what about Rosa? No, I think Rosa Parks has a statue. I think she has.
Yeah, but she stood up for herself, you know.
Metaphorically, she actually stood up by sitting down.
Oh,
but still,
by sitting down.
Well, she did. She didn't give a pussy, bro. Somebody, I swear to God, if a kid comes up to me one more time and asks me who Harriet Tubman and Rosa Parks are, I'm gonna scream. Yeah,
these kids these days, they all have phones.
They don't. I'm like, how do you not know who? They're like, oh, look at me! I got my first phone. It's an iPhone 12 Plus. Bitch, my first one was a Razr. Okay, I don't want to hear it.
Mine was a pink Razr, and there was no internet, and the camera quality was horrible.
Mine was like the hot pink one.
Yes, I got the hot pink one. I got it for Christmas. This is how they happened. My parents were like, so I'm sitting on the couch with my stuff.
Okay, save it for the green room. Save it for the green room because we're trying to wrap this up. But yeah, so y'all, the school system's gotta get better. Teach your kid. If the school's not teaching your kids about these people, you teach them. Have them watch drunk history. It's perfect. You learn about history while watching celebrities get drunk, and it's hilarious.
Oh, I've seen that in school. Yeah,
it's so funny, and I personally.
Oh, we watched that in college. We watched with history class.
Yeah,
what the hell is this?
I personally love the Hamilton episode because who else is better to narrate the history of Hamilton than Lin-Manuel Miranda himself? And he gets wasted, and it's Quiz Love FaceTimes him in the middle of the show. But yeah, it's teach your kids about history, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely teach them about the history of Pride because maybe you'll give them more respect for. People of the LGBT plus community, Q plus community. I'm so sorry I forgot the Q.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, I'm tired. Michelle's tired. Christina's tired. And this wasn't as heavy as I thought it was going to be, which is great because we were able to light it up a little bit with
Almost 2 hours into this film.
I know, I know, but well, it's a serious. Like I take the whole idea of the LGBTQ plus community seriously, but we were able to have some fun while talking about a serious topic. So, anybody else have anything else to say? You have 30 seconds.
No, good night.
Bye, guys. Have a great night. Thank you for joining. We'll see you guys here next. Wait. Keep an eye on the Fetal 101 Instagram where I'm going to post about the interview with Shara Lambeth.
Subscribe down below with the red
like and subscribe.
Notifications down that way. No, that way.
Like and subscribe and all that jazz.
Share,
Y'all have a great